While the sparring campaigns of Governor Scott Walker and Tom Barrett dominate this recall election, there are 4 other races on the ballot. Those focus on state senators, including Majority Leader Scott Fitzgerald. News 3's David Douglas traveled to Columbus to find both Fitzgerald and his challenger Lori Compas campaigning today. David.
Yeah, Andy, the race in the 13th Senate District is about the same issues talked around across the state: jobs, the economy, and when will the picture for both improve. The rural district, made up of Dodge County and parts of Columbia, Dane, and Jefferson, has supported Scott Fitzgerald for the last 17 years. A win for Lori Compas on June 5th would be quite an upset.
Hi, Scott Fitzgerald, just asking people to vote on June 5th.
If Scott Fitzgerald is having deja vu, he isn't alone.
There's a lot of people, I think, just fed up with the idea of recalls.
Re-elected to the state senate in 2010, he's now campaigning to keep his 4-year seat, though he's not running from his record.
As majority leader and as active as I was in making sure that Act 10 was passed and that ultimately the full budget was passed, no, I take full ownership for everything that we did.
Public workers, Fitzgerald says, were insulated from the economic downturn and just took a hit in their take-home pay in a different way.
They had their neighbors paying their health insurance. They weren't paying for it. Senator Fitzgerald, I'm in Columbus today doing some door-to-door, and I just want to drop off some information.
Looking forward, he sees Wisconsin facing another tough biennial budget. Where do you cut next?
Good question, and I'd love to hear what Lori Compas, my opponent, or what Tom Barrett is going to answer with that, because I know what it's going to be.
What's your answer?
My answer right now is going to be, let's take a look at where we are on both sales tax, income tax, and corporate tax collections, and we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out at a later date.
I'm just thinking about June 5th.
Recall challenger Lori Compas doesn't have that answer either, but is setting priorities.
They thought that if they gave tax breaks to corporations, they would come here and create these jobs, but the systems they set up really had no accountability, and so those jobs have not materialized.
The Democrat, a small businesswoman herself, believes locally run companies could use a hand.
Really look at businesses that are already here and try and figure out how we can sustain those businesses, steer tax incentives towards them, and make them aware of programs that can help them out.
Compas has never mounted a bid for public office, so what's her role in the Senate if elected? She tells me there's no disputing, there's a learning curve.
I like to point out that Scott Fitzgerald had never held public office before he ran for this same seat.
Though grassroots support has grown up around her, Compas and her opponent have heard the same gripes. Is this recall really necessary?
I'm telling them that this is why we have the right of recall protected in our Constitution. It's specifically for cases where people have betrayed the public trust, and that's what we see with Scott Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald believes that income, sales, and corporate tax rates are all too high and have given Wisconsin a bad rap with business people. Compas believes the state's citizens are hurting, and if anyone needs a break, it's them. She does believe a win is possible. Fitzgerald is confident, so I guess we will see on June 5th.
A lot to think about with the weeks ahead. David, thank you.